that's something that I that was one of the highlights for me. Like just seeing that, seeing everyone's reaction and people messaging me. They're like, "Oh my God, this line was so funny." I'm like, "Thank you, thank you."
Welcome, everybody, to the Out of the Box podcast. This is our first episode of 2024. And of course, we have Johnny, we have Chloe, and we have myself, Alvera. And we're going to be talking today about the recap of the Doll Awards that just ended a few weeks ago and how excited we are about the awards and how everything went. And then maybe we'll touch on a few highlights and then, of course, go into maybe expectations for 2024 Doll Awards. I don't know. It might be a little too soon. I don't want to put that pressure on us. We'll see. So how are the two of you doing first off? Whoever wants to go first. How is your little holiday moment, your post Doll Awards life?
Hi guys, so happy to be filming again. It's been a while. It's been a
Yes, like a
while.
month, like 5
Yeah,
weeks, 6 weeks.
yeah, I know for sure. It's been pretty chill, pretty fun. I don't know, like I haven't been doing much. I've been recovering from the holidays, from just all of that, trying to pick back up and start filming and opening dolls. That's been so much fun. I've been able to just enjoy my dolls, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've just been hanging out,
Taking it easy. That's
chilling.
good.
Yeah.
I love that. The post-holiday, post-Doll Awards recovery period. Have you been feeling the
Hmm.
same, Johnny? Have you been feeling the post-recovery kind of like wrap up?
Yeah, I feel the exact same way as Chloe. It's very hectic, the build up to the Doll Awards. Ever since we start talking about it to filming and posting it, it's very chaotic in the Doll Awards headquarters. So it's nice to like just spend the holidays, just relax. Let's not think about Doll Awards. Sometimes I feel like I have Doll Awards brain because like that's all I think about. I'm like, you know what? Let me not. And then I catch myself. I'm sometimes thinking about, oh, maybe this is a good idea. I'm like, stop. Give yourself a break because sometimes we just need to give ourselves a break. So yeah, I've just been relaxing, looking at the fruits of our labor of everything that we did with the Doll Awards. It's been such a good turnout. I'm so happy that everyone has enjoyed it, and I'm excited for what's to come for next year.
I know. I feel like it's a little too soon to start talking about 2024. But before we do that, let's recap on a few highlights that we really, like, to me, stood out for this year. I love our red carpet on Instagram before the show. I mean, again, I love the awards, but something about just seeing all the clips and seeing everybody's reactions, probably one of my best. I just love it. It just cracks me up. And uh obviously, and I know I've already talked about it, but people are gonna get tired of hearing me say it. I was so excited that Trisha Paytas shared some of our Instagram red carpet pre-show stories, and that was to me worth all of the stress of the show. Do the two of you feel the same way?
Oh my goodness. I was like totally gagged when that happened. I'm like, wait a minute. And when you told me, I was like, that is not true. And then I went to look and it was true. But I do agree with you that like some of my favorite things to do every year is that red carpet coverage before the show. It's so much fun. I just love seeing how the dolls arrive, giving everyone that fantasy. Just everyone just loves a red carpet. And I
Mm.
just the pictures and everything, it was so good. And just that we got recognized by Trisha, like, oh my God, that was so I don't know. I'm like geeked.
It was
Yes, I agree with the both of you guys. That was so cool. It's always so cool to see like the afterfall, I guess, of the award show. You just never know what's gonna happen. And I was not expecting Trisha. I was secretly hoping, but I was not expecting for her to like even notice us or anything. But that was just so cool. When you told us, I was like, oh my God, what? What? What's going on? I was so excited about that. And I agree with you guys. The red carpet was amazing. I always love seeing everybody's looks, I guess, like dress up their dolls, dress up their mini me's, and use the backdrop. And it feels real. It feels like a real event, which I don't know if you guys noticed. A lot of like these award shows now, they're not doing red carpets. I don't know what were the award shows that just passed. I think the Oscars,
No,
the
the Golden
Emmys,
Globes just
Golden
Yeah, Golden
passed.
Globes.
Globes.
Yeah, that was the most recent
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
they were saying they weren't doing red carpet. There was no red carpet.
they're
No,
not doing the like step and repeat, which is when they come out, stop, take a photo. They shortened it. I feel like this year it was like take a picture and that was it. And there was a couple like interviews, but they weren't doing like what we traditionally think of a super long red carpet. And I wonder why. Maybe, I guess that's just not in as much. I feel like people just take their picture of their dress. They're like, okay, and then that's it. And I feel like it was really quick this year. So I'm glad that we did not do that though. We went full on. And I thank you so much to everybody who did send in their, their pictures on Instagram. And then we did end up putting them in the award show. We love highlighting and spotlighting all of that, because I mean, it's a really, I don't know, it makes it feel more special. And I think it also gives a space for people who are watching the show to feel more included in it as well. So I just love all of it. That's probably one of my favorite pieces, is definitely like the red carpet moments. Is there any other highlights for the two of you that really stood out from the award show?
For me personally, I really liked that we did our very first giveaway with the Doll Awards, account. That was really fun, only because I don't know, it feels like we're reaching out to just more people.
Mm.
And then also for the people who are watching us and have been watching us for the past 3 years, I think it was fun for them as a viewer to have like this opportunity to be like a part of this giveaway and potentially win something. So that was really fun, and I really enjoyed that. Congratulations to the winners who have already been picked and reached out and all of that. So I hope you guys, if you watch this, I don't even know if they're watching this, but I hope that if you watch this, you enjoy your official Dollar Word pin.
Ding.
Yeah, no, I really love that we were able at least to do something, because every year our goal is to constantly expand, of course. Again, this started with just an idea off of Instagram Live, and then we see where we are now. And I mean, it is all, of course, locally sourced and funded from us. So it's great to see have Color Valley to help with the pins, and to have all these people come together, because it again, our main focus is that it is very much like doll community based, and with all of us kind of getting together to make something happen. So this year I am very excited to hope to keep growing and expanding. And we are definitely going to be doing the pin idea. We think the pins are great. I love having something to memorialize every year. And the pins are just obviously just really great. They're rhinestoned. They're cute. I mean, I love them. So I want to just keep going on that and seeing, we never know what'll happen this year. Hopefully we'll be able to have a higher budget, and then be able to do even more to give back. Was there any other highlights that you really thought that stood out for you, Johnny?
I really liked the doll memorial. I think that was one of like the most camp moments of the night. If I'm being honest, I might be a little biased because I made it, but I really did enjoy the doll memorial, and just seeing the dolls that not passed away, but like just are not on the shelves for that year. I feel like that's something that even like that we could do that for next year as well. So like, oh,
Mm.
I don't want to think about like what dolls we're not gonna have next year, but I'm like, we might not have some next year. So I really like that, and I like the little captions they put. It was very camp, and I that's something that I that was one of the highlights for me. I like just seeing everyone's reaction, and people messaging me. They're like, "Oh my god, this line was so funny." I'm like, "Thank you, thank you."
I loved it. I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, obviously a memorial at a real world show, that's very different vibe, but I love camp. I love how everything was just really funny, and I feel like we need to take sometimes the lightheartedness, because I feel like sometimes in the doll community we can be very heavy, take things very seriously. These dolls are more than just pieces of plastic to us. So to be able to give a little bit of comedy and camp to it, I was living for it. I thought it was great. And I can't wait to see. I mean, I don't want to see dolls on there this
Right.
year, but I'm excited to see what creative path and what little funny one-liners you can put with the ones that do get discontinued. Hopefully it's not any in the multicolored range like rainbows, but hopefully that won't be on that memorial, but we
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
It might just be one. It might just be one.
Might just be one specific color, but we'll see.
I know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, overall though, I was just also very excited to see we had a lot of I'm gonna use the word famous in the doll world. We had a lot of the winners be able to um say their thank yous, which I think is just so great. Because obviously, we want all of the nominees, and then of course the winners to be able to be presented and be able to say something back to the audience and their followers. So I thought it was really awesome that we could have not only, Garrett Sanders obviously sending in a clip. We had the voice of Rex there, which I thought was just he did such a great job. And A looked fabulous. So it's so to me, it was being able to have those content creators, designers, and people in the doll community be a part of that too, I thought was so great. So I was like, oh, we have our celebrities here. That made me feel really happy to have that.
I know. I was really excited of the cameos we had this year. They were honestly so iconic. And watching the live, everyone's reaction, like since we know the order of what's gonna happen, I'm like, oh my god, this is about to happen. I'm so excited. And then once the person popped up on the screen, everyone was like, oh my god, no way! Like, oh, they got that person. I'm like, we sure did.
I know. I was in the comments, and every time something exciting would happen, I would just type in surprise, surprise. I literally did that every time anyone popped up, when we announced the giveaway, everything, everything. People were going crazy in the comments, and I was living for it. I was so excited for everyone to just see everything we're putting out there for them, you know, to enjoy and watch and love. Because, like you said, this is our passion, and to see it like fully happen, it's really surreal. Really surreal.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that we did all three of us stay in the live, like when it was premiering, was able to chat with everyone. That was a lot of that. That to me personally was exciting because some of the comments people were like you said, they were like, "Wow, I can't believe this! I'm so excited." That for me was personally just really awesome, just to be able to have that interaction and to get everybody's first reactions to everything as it was coming up on screen. And it was also interesting to see a lot of people's reactions to some of the winners. I want to touch on that a little bit personally because I thought it was very interesting some of the dolls and toys that won for different categories and to see some of the reactions. A lot of people, you know, for example, like going into the most coveted award was Doll of the Year. And spoiler, so any of you who have not watched the Doll Awards, G3 Abby did win Doll of the Year. And I feel like that was something like, I don't know, I don't want to say I was surprised, but I could see it, right? You know, like I saw the nominees and I was looking back and I was going like, who really took a lot of people by surprise? And I feel like G3 Abby from Monster High really did pleasantly surprise a lot of people because she just worked so well for 2023. And I think it was a good representation of the good that we had from G3 Monster High. So honestly, I was pleasantly surprised when that one won for Doll of the Year. Was there any dolls that you felt like were a surprise to you, or you're like, oh, I knew that was gonna win?
I was not surprised, but I'm like, I was really happy that Shadow High finally won something. I've been wanting Shadow High to win something ever since they even became a line. So like, whenever we saw the results, I'm like, oh my god, Shadow High finally won something. I was so excited and so happy because the series one of Shadow High was like so close to winning. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I wish they won because like they really do deserve some love, especially since they might be going away or they are going away. Who knows? They might be in the Doll Memorial.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I hope not.
let's not put that energy into the universe. But that's one of the wins I was most excited about because I was like, they deserve this. They really do
Yeah.
deserve this. And I know MJ probably saw this. I'm like, we love Shadow High. If you're watching this, keep making
We
them.
love
Yes,
Yeah,
Shadow
yes.
so
High.
We are
you know,
team.
all the winners are voted by all of the community.
Yes.
So you at least know the community loves Shadow High.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
agree. I feel like with Shadow High there, you know, we've talked about this before where, you know, yes, colors do win with a child demographic, but I mean, I feel like there's a spot there for collectors. Even if they want to keep pumping out like one or two like Shadow High collector dolls, like I would be excited for that. I just don't want to see it go away. I don't want it to see part of the memorial. It's too soon. I'm not ready
Yeah.
yet. Like I'm not ready.
No, yeah, I agree. Me too. I don't want them to go away. They need to give us a Shadow High collector doll. They never gave us a Shadow High collector doll. I don't consider the
Mhm.
twins collector dolls because we got a lot of the twin two packs, but we never got like a Shadow High collector. We got a lot of Rainbow High collector dolls, but we need at least one Shadow High collector doll. Just one. Just one. Just give us one. I was really shocked that Barbie did not win a lot of the awards because she was nominated for almost every single
Yes.
category.
This was her
And
year. If she was gonna win something
yes,
for 1 year, it's this year for the
Yeah.
rest of
yes,
the
no.
movie.
And she was like this close, like so close, but there was just something about like the other winners who just beat her out of it. And it was so crazy because a lot of people were like, it was a lot of mixed feelings. They were happy that they didn't win, but then people were shocked
Yeah.
that something else won. And I'm like, well, you guys are the ones voting. You're the ones nominating. Like, vote for her if you want her to win. But that was really surprising for me because I really thought Western Barbie was gonna win something, and
Yeah.
she won nothing.
I think I was just more shocked. I agree with you in the light that, okay, well, she was nominated so many times because so many people really loved the Barbie movie and the I think the hype around the doll line and the movie. But when it came down, when you compare them to the other nominees, I think that's where everybody was like, "Oh wow, I love all these Barbies, but this G3 Abby or this, this other doll stood out a little bit above the rest, whether it was quality, style, maybe just timing during the voting. I think there's so many other elements that go into it. So I think a lot of people nominated because they really loved the Barbie movie so much. But when it came down to comparing them to the other nominees within a category, then I think people started going, you know what? I really do like this doll better. So I think it was just that the competition within the nominees at the end of the day was really tough competition. And that's why I don't think Barbie, unfortunately, I was shocked. I was very, very, very shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as we wrap up today's podcast episode, again, the first one of 2024, of course, we are already thinking about the Doll Awards because, we have learned every year, the more time, the better to plan this. But we want to know from all of you, because of course you are the viewers, comment within here, within YouTube, or if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, etc., definitely hit us up on Instagram. Let us know things that we can do to improve the show. I mean, what were things that really stood out to you? What did you like? What you didn't like? How could we, like I said, improve the flow of the show, etc.? I do want to say and shout out again to everybody who worked on this. Of course, Zombie X Corn was our editor this year. Thank you so much, Zombie X Corn, for being a part of this. Thank you to everybody who helped out, and of course to the two of you. Thank you for being with me on this. But we're always looking, like I said, expanding ideas and concepts. We of course don't have a theme picked out yet, but when we do, we will maybe throughout the spring and summer tease out little things as we come up with what we want to do for 2024. But yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna do direction wise. I mean, I don't know if the two of you feel that way, where we're kind of like, because I know in behind the scenes we've talked about ideas, but outside of that, there's nothing really concrete yet. So I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know what'll happen. We
Yeah,
have
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm
we have
excited
time.
to just make sure to follow the Doll Awards on Instagram. We do polls, we do questions like, oh, who do you want to see as a presenter, or what kind of what themes do you want, or what categories do you want to see next? So we do like to listen to the community to see what they want to see for next year. So make sure to follow us at the Doll Awards so we can all as a community choose the Doll Awards.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. My brain's been I've been thinking of certain
Mhm.
things. So, when I'm creative in that aspect, I do like to take note of it because, I'm really excited. I just love creating the Doll Awards, even though at some points it can be very stressful. It's always very much fun to pick out themes and pick out the presenters and just like add new things that will improve the show and make it bigger and better. So I'm very excited to see what we come up with this year.
No, I totally agree with the two of you. I mean, again, I definitely want people to take away from this that this is something that we are very genuinely passionate about. And, it does come from a place of love and community. And I just hope, again, we can keep growing to maybe one day we'll be somewhere physically and we can have like a little doll get together or like a little doll awards convention moment. Can you imagine? It's like, hey, like a live little red carpet, like a little
That would be everything. That would
everyone
truly
bring
be
your
everything.
maybe,
That's
like
the goal. That's the goal.
think big, manifest, right? One day
Yeah.
we'll be there, it's just yeah, or have my goal also is to have just more people from the doll community involved, like whether it's more doll collectors that are doll designers to work on things, or yeah, I'm always thinking of expanding and trying to create something just a little bit bigger. So we'll see what happens. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening in on here. Definitely check out. We promise we'll do more episodes. A lot of it's my fault. I've just been so busy with everything. We don't have time to film stuff, but we're back on it. It's 2024, and we're going to be pushing more episodes from this pod because I generally do have a lot of fun sitting down talking to the two of you. And I think a lot of people like just having that, like, you know what, we're just sitting down and talking about dolls, what we love. Until next time, make sure to check out, like I said, the Doll Awards on Instagram, of course, and check us out here. And we'll try to post weekly episodes. We'll try to get back on schedule and back on it. All right. Until next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.